Good evening. Allow me to welcome you to Barnegat High School's 13th Annual Scholarships Award Night. Tonight, over 100 recipients of 260 various scholarships will be honored. Let us first take a moment to recognize all of the generous donors who year after year step up and support our students to get that much closer to reaching their dreams. To date, over $1 million has been given out in various scholarships. But no one got here to this special evening in isolation. So I would like to thank the Board of Education, administration, counselors, teachers, and all the various members of the Barnegat family who have helped the students of the class of 2020 along the way realize that hard work does pay off, imagination, vision, and dreams do come true. I would also like to take a moment to recognize all of the parents and guardians who have supported these young adults along the way. And lastly, to the students of the graduating class of 2020, I would like to take a moment for each of you to reflect on your accomplishments. After all, it is you, the student, who has worked diligently to reach this point of success. Please take a moment to give yourselves a pat on the back. Because tonight is a celebration of those accomplishments, $154,000 in scholarship money will be handed out to help you reach your goals. Congratulations and best of luck in all of your future endeavors.
Hey, good evening, Barnegat. From my home to yours, welcome to the 2020 Senior Scholarship Awards presentation. Tonight, we recognize our outstanding senior class for their commitment to excellence in the classroom, in the community, and on the athletic field. Tonight, we want to celebrate everything that you've accomplished. We're so proud of you guys. But we have to give thanks to so many important people behind the scene. First of all, our generous donors. Thank you so much. Every year you come through for us. To our district administration, to our high school administration, thank you. To the wonderful counselors at the Barnegat High School led by Mrs. Johns and Mrs. Purpure, thank you. The counselors, Mrs. Lamella, Mrs. Gerke, Mr. Fonseca, Mrs. Ayers, you've worked so hard to help shape the young people in the senior class. Thank you. And to two outstanding women that have put in so much time and effort to make this celebration possible, Mrs. Cynthia Hopkinson and Mrs. Jennifer Amato. You guys just rock. You work so hard behind the scenes. You deserve so much of the credit. So thank you both ladies. Seniors have done a great job over the 4 years. Enjoy. I've been so proud to work with you. I've been so proud to be your mentor, your coach, your counselor, whatever. And I just want to say to the parents, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So enjoy tonight. Let's celebrate it. Let's get emotional. Let's be happy. Barnegat seniors, you rock, and you deserve a special night, a special celebration, and you have it. Let's go Bengals! Let's go Bengals! Enjoy celebration, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank everybody for coming out virtually to our 2020 Scholarship Night. It's very hard during these times, but I'm glad that we got this together. I would like to thank, first off, Ms. Stella for putting this all together. Her videotaping and her expertise are great. I'd also like to thank our superintendent of schools, Dr. Latwis, for being on top of this and being on top of the class of 2020 at all times. He's behind us and doing everything possible to get us not only virtually, but everything that this class deserves. I'd like to thank our guidance counselors, especially Mr. Peters, our secretaries in the guidance department. Also, I'd like to thank Mrs. Johns and Mrs. Purpure, too, for putting this together. It takes a village to do this, and this village got even stronger this year with the class of 2020 and everything that's been going on since March 13th. Was our last day of school, believe it or not, and we're almost in June already, coming to the end of the school year. So I want to thank everybody, not only just the donors, but our town, everybody that contributed to this, because these are tough times, and we didn't let our students down, and we're not going to let our students down. So I want to thank everybody for that. And at this time, I usually would say to the graduates to stand up and turn around and give a round of applause to their parents and guardians and their donors. So if you're at home, give a hug to your parents. Later on, if we social distance, give a elbow bump if you run into a coach or a donor in town. But with that, like I always say every year, show us the money. Congratulations, graduates.
Hey, congratulations, Barnegat seniors. This is the first time ever in the 13 years that we presented the scholarship award ceremony that the senior scholarships have received 100%. This is the first time ever everyone who has applied has received a scholarship, so congratulations to you all. And we start off with the first scholarship The Perugini family is sponsoring the Mark D. Perugini Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000. The recipient is Patricia Tinola. The Van Dyke Group is sponsoring the Van Dyke Group Scholarship for $1,000. The recipient is Sean Lucas. Walters Homes is sponsoring the Walters Homes in memory of Edward M. Walters Senior Scholarship for $2,000. The recipient is Matthew Gurtano. This next one, we're going to take our time. The Elizabeth Otis Shear Foundation, Alan S. Gerber Trustee, is sponsoring the Elizabeth Otis Shear Foundation Memorial Scholarship for $10,000. Now we have 6 of these, okay? So for $10,000, the recipients are Luke Bush, Chelsea Patches, Priscilla Pidiak, McKenna Reiser, Austin Capuccio, and Madison Litton. Congratulations to those 6. The Brackman Dance Team is sponsoring the Brackman Dance Team Scholarship, 2 for $100. The recipients are Kayla Jaminas and Madeline Rusamano. The Lilliam M. Dunphy School is sponsoring the Lilliam M. Dunphy Elementary School Kyle McKettrick Memorial Scholarship for $500. The recipient is Isabella Concepcion Sagarate. The Germano family is sponsoring the Sally and Joseph Germano Memorial Scholarship, 2 for $1,000. The recipients are Logan Germano and Aaron Osborne. The Germano family is sponsoring the Sally and Joseph Germano Memorial Scholarship for $500. The recipient is Kayla Carter. The Medical Center of Southern Ocean Medical Center is sponsoring the Southern Ocean Medical Center Staff Scholarship for $1,500. The recipient is McKenna Reiser. The Barnegat First Aid Squad is sponsoring the Barnegat First Aid Squad Community Service Award, 3 for $500. The recipients are Chelsea Patches, Brooke West, and Peter Toth. The Cecil S. Collins PTA is sponsoring the Cecil S. Collins PTA Alumni Scholarship, 4 for $500. The recipients are Aaron Osborne, Madeline Schleicher, Jacob Schleicher, and Sharon Shavira. The Barnegat Little League is sponsoring the Barnegat Little League Scholarship, 2 for $500. The recipients are Lucas Torres and Luke Bush. The Jewish Community Center of LBI is sponsoring the Jewish Community Center of Long Beach Island Scholarship for $500. The recipient is Caitlin Thompson. The Manahawk and Elks Lodge number 2340 is sponsoring the Manahawk and Elks Lodge 2340 Scholarship. There's 4 for $700. The recipients are Brooke Schmaltz, Griffith Jackstad, Donna Zhang, and Maddie Rosamano. The Optimist Club of Barnegat is sponsoring the Optimist Club of Barnegat Community Service Scholarship for $500. The recipient is Julie Johnson. The Barnegat Rotary Club is sponsoring the Barnegat Rotary Club Scholarship, 2 for $1,000. The recipients are Faith Wolf and Jacob Esslinger. The Barnegat Rotary Club is sponsoring the Barnegat Rotary Club Scholarship, 3 for $500. The recipients are Brooklyn Schmaltz, Jennifer Woodcock, and Priscilla Pidiak. The Mirage Men's Club is sponsoring the Mirage Men's Club Scholarship, 2 for $750. The recipients are Kieran Morrissey and Griffin Pizzuti. The American Legion Auxiliary Post 232 is sponsoring the American Legion Post 232 Scholarship, 3 for $600. The recipients are Lucas Torres, Isabella Concepcion Sagarate, Logan Germano. Christine and Joseph Ravello are sponsoring the Caitlin Wilson Memorial Scholarship, 5 for $1,000. The recipients are Tori Stanish, Luke Bush, Priscilla Pidiak, Alexa McCowan, and Faith Wolf.
The American Association of University Women is sponsoring the American Association of University Women Elizabeth S. Broughton Scholarship in the amount of $250.
and the recipient is Chelsea Botches. The African American Cultural Club is sponsoring the African American Cultural Club Scholarship in the amount of $500. The recipient is Kamora Proctor. The Soroptimist International of Long Beach Island is sponsoring the Soroptimist International of Long Beach Island Scholarship in the amount of $1,000. The recipient is Priscilla Pidiak. The Barnegat Volunteer Fire Company and Ladies Auxiliary is sponsoring the Henry M. Bucci Memorial Scholarship. 2 scholarships, $500 each, and the recipients are Whitley Francois and Jelana Fitzmaurice. The Barnegat Volunteer Fire Company and Ladies Auxiliary is also sponsoring the scholarship in memory of deceased members. 3 scholarships at $500 each. The recipients are Haley Hill, Veronique Gleghorn, and Faith Wolf. Barnegat Volunteer Fire Company and Ladies Auxiliary is sponsoring the Patricia A. Tansley Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $500, and the recipient is Julie Johnson. The Courage from Kyle Foundation is sponsoring the Courage from Kyle Foundation Scholarship. 2 scholarships at $500 each. The recipients are Nicole Fernandez and Aaron Osborne. The Courage from Kyle Foundation is sponsoring the Courage from Kyle Foundation Never Give Up Award Scholarship. $150, and the recipient is Jonathan Barrett. Horizons at Barnegat Women's Club is sponsoring the Horizons at Barnegat Women's Club Scholarship. 2 scholarships at $500 each, and the recipients are Kamora Proctor and Caitlin Thompson. Post 232 of the American Legion in Barnegat is sponsoring the John Wesley Taylor Scholarship. $1,500, and the recipient is Logan Germano. Long Beach Township Police Department is sponsoring the Long Beach Township Police George C. Schnell Jr. Memorial Scholarship. 2 scholarships at $500 each. The recipients are Tori Stanish and Ryan Andrews. Long Beach Township Police Department is sponsoring the Long Beach Township Police George C. Snell Jr. Memorial Scholarship for $250. The recipient is Madeline Santorelli. Mirage Women's Club is sponsoring the Mirage Women's Club Scholarship, 2 at $1,500 each. The recipients are Carolyn Sullivan and Brooke West. Mirage Players are sponsoring the Mirage Players Theater Arts Scholarship, $1,000. The recipient is Brooklyn Schmaltz. The Robert L. Horbelt School PTA is sponsoring the Robert L. Horbelt School PTA Scholarship, 5 recipients at $500 each. The recipients are Isabella Concepcion Sagarate, Lily Spagnola, Michelle Chang, Lucas Torres, and Alex Smith. Heritage Point Women's Group is sponsoring the Heritage Point Women's Group Scholarship, 2 at $750. The recipients are Priscilla Pidiak and Lily Spagnola. Barnegat Soccer Club is sponsoring the Barnegat Soccer Club Andrew Muniak Jr. Memorial Scholarship, $400. The recipient is Brooke West. Barnegat Soccer Club is also sponsoring the Barnegat Soccer Club Andrew Muniak Jr. Memorial Scholarship, 3 at $100 each. The recipients are Sebastian Nicolay, Trevor Fox, and Tori Stanish. Russell O. Brackman Middle School is sponsoring the ROBMS Memorial Scholarship, 4 scholarships at $500 each. The recipients are Trevor Fox, Isabella Concepcion Sagarate, Joshua Hutton, Rashidi Aline. Russell O. Brackman Middle School is also sponsoring the Marilyn Ferguson Scholarship, 2 at $250 each. The recipients are Austin Capuccio and Michelle Chang. Barnegat Sports Booster Club is sponsoring the Barnegat Sports Booster Club Scholarship, 2 at $1,000 each. The recipients are Logan Germano and Aaron Osborne. Barnegat Sports Booster Club is also sponsoring the Barnegat Sports Booster Club Scholarship, 2 at $500 each. The recipients are Madeline Schleicher and Tori Sanish. The Barnegat Education Association is sponsoring the Barnegat Education Association Scholarship for $500, and the recipient is Brooke West. The Barnegat Education Association is also sponsoring the Michael G. Bruno Memorial Scholarship, $1,000, and the recipient is Logan Germano. The Ocean County Mayors Association is sponsoring the Ocean County Mayors Association Scholarship, $1,000, and the recipient is Jacob Esslinger. Knights for Christ the Healer Incorporated is sponsoring the Knights for Christ the Healer Incorporated Scholarship for Academics, 2 at $500 each. The recipients are Lucas Torres and Brooke West.
The Knights for Christ the Healer Inc. is sponsoring the Knights for Christ the Healer Inc. USN JROTC Scholarship in the amount of $500, and the recipient is Ryan Fisher. Seaview Orthopedics is sponsoring the Seaview Orthopedics Scholarship in the amount of $250, and the recipient is Catherine Parry. Kristen McCowan Spatz is sponsoring the James McCowan Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $500, and the recipient is Carolyn Sullivan. Mrs. Lisa Pulaski is sponsoring the USMC firefighter Thomas Pulaski Veteran and First Responder Scholarship. There are 3 scholarships in the amount of $200, and the recipients are Lucas Torres, Zachary Frankevich, and Trevor Fox. The Long Beach Township PBA Local 373 is sponsoring the Long Beach Township PBA Local 373 Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, and the recipient is Zachary Frankevich. St. Mary's Religious Education Program is sponsoring the Brian Brennan Scholarship Fund of St. Mary's Parish in the amount of $500, and the recipient is Adriana Toludo. St. Mary's Religious Education Program is sponsoring the Brian Brennan Scholarship Fund of St. Mary's Parish in the amount of $250, and the recipient is Michael Barreca. The Association of Barnegat Administrators, ABA, is sponsoring the Association of Barnegat Administrators, ABA Scholarship. There are 4 in the amount of $250, and the recipients are Heather Dwyer, Madison Larkin, Megan Goebel, and Ewan McKittrick. Beach Bums Corvette Club is sponsoring the Beach Bums Corvette Club Scholarship in the amount of $500, and the recipient is Jacob Schleicher. A&R Pools and Spas is sponsoring the A&R Pools and Spas Junior ROTC Scholarship in the amount of $500, and the recipient is James Seagriff. A&R Pools and Spas is sponsoring the A&R Pools and Spas Music and Drama Scholarship. There are 3 in the amount of $200, and the recipients are Allison D'Orenzo, Adriana Toludo, and Lily Spagnola. Mr. and Mrs. CJ Franco are sponsoring the Samantha M. Franco Memorial Scholarship. There are 2 in the amount of $500, and the recipients are Priscilla Pidiak and Lucas Torres. Manahawkin Women's Club is sponsoring the Stafford Township Women's Club Scholarship in the amount of $500, and the recipient is Rain Herbert. Heritage Point Adult Community Cookie Cutters is sponsoring the Heritage Point Cookie Cutter Scholarship in the amount of $300, and the recipient is McKenna Reiser. Causeway Ford is sponsoring the Causeway Ford Lincoln Hyundai Nissan Honda Scholarship. There are 8 scholarships in the amount of $250, and the recipients are Caitlin Anderson, Luke Bush, Grady Edwards, Caitlin Thompson, Rashida Aline, Caleb Schaefer, Hunter Dangler, and Matthew Giartano. The Barnegat Township Education Foundation is sponsoring the Barnegat Township Education Foundation Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, and the recipient is Logan Germano. Barnegat Township Educational Foundation is sponsoring the Barnegat Township Educational Foundation Scholarship in the amount of $500, and the recipient is Aiden Russo. Barnegat Township Education Foundation is sponsoring the Barnegat Township Education Foundation Scholarship in the amount of $200 for 3 recipients, and they are Allison Diorenzo, Lucas Torres, and Brooklyn Schmalls.
Barnegat PBA Local 296 is sponsoring the Barnegat PBA Local 296 Scholarship. There are 2 scholarships at $1,500 apiece, and the recipients are Jacob Essinger and Haley Hill. The Sons of the American Legion Post 232 is sponsoring the Sons of American Legion Post 232 Scholarship. There are 2 awards at $500, and the recipients are Logan Germano and Aaron Osborne. The VFW Post 10,092, Barnegat, New Jersey, is sponsoring the Barnegat VFW Post Jake Taylor Memorial Scholarship. There are 2 awards at $500. The recipients are Valerie Glonick and Matthew Truix. Barnegat Baseball is sponsoring Barnegat Baseball Scholarship sponsored by the Corbett family. There are 2 awards at $125. The recipients are Luke Bush and Sean Lucas. Stafford Surge Soccer Club is sponsoring the Stafford Surge Soccer Club Scholarship. There are 3 awards at $500. The recipients are Justin Gomez, Matthew White, and Sean Toner. The Stafford Surge Soccer Club is sponsoring the Stafford Surge Soccer Club Scholarship. 1 award at $250. The recipient is Liam Krudel. The Toy Run Foundation is sponsoring the Toy Run Foundation Scholarship. There are 3 awards at $100. The recipients are Carolyn Sullivan, Brooke West, and Brooklyn Schmalls. The Russell O. Brackman Middle School PTA is sponsoring the Russell O. Brackman Middle School PTA Scholarship. There are 10 awards at $100. The recipients are Zane Allen, Nathaniel Braun, Ralph Cruz, Connor Hanna, Catherine Heiss, Kaylee Lewicki, Sandy Mendez, Cameron Miner, Leah Pickett, Colin Zarakowitz. Mike Burke, the Meehan family, are sponsoring the Mike Meehan Memorial Scholarship for football. There are 2 awards of $500. The recipients are Rashidi Aline and Michael T. Pianta. Betty Ann Bleakley is sponsoring Glenn T. Bleakley Memorial Scholarship. The award is for $500, and the recipient is Anthony Dauber. E.C. Peters is sponsoring the E.C. Peters Anything is Possible Scholarship. There are 2 awards at $100, and the recipients are Marcus Sessed, Adrian Toledo. BHS Counseling Office is sponsoring Choose to Be Happy Scholarship. 1 award at $250. The recipient is Andre Bailey. Barnegat Schools Central Office is sponsoring the Barnegat Schools Central Office Scholarship. There are 2 awards at $500. The recipients are Aaron Osborne and Allison Diorenzo. Barnegat Sports Booster Girls Tennis is sponsoring the BHS Girls Tennis Scholarship. $225 goes to Haley Jenksick. $400 goes to Madison Linton. $150 goes to Kiera Montanas. $300 goes to Lily Spagnola. $150 goes to Caitlin Anderson. $100 goes to Aliana Aguilar. Barnegat Sports Booster Girls Golf is sponsoring the BHS Girls Golf Scholarship. There are 3 awards at $100. The recipients are Madison Linton, Kirsten Glonick, and Michaela Adams. BHS Boys Volleyball is sponsoring the BHS Boys Volleyball Scholarship. $100 goes to the recipient, Zachary Frankowicz. The BHS Boys Volleyball is sponsoring the BHS Boys Volleyball Scholarship. There are 2 awards of $150, and the recipients are Aaron Osborne and Marcus Sadsad. Diana Stanton BHS Dance Team is sponsoring the BHS Dance Team Scholarship. There are 2 awards at $100, and the recipients are Chelsea Patches and Madeline Rusamano. The BHS Varsity Cheerleading is sponsoring the BHS Varsity Cheerleading Scholarship. There are 2 awards at $100, and the recipients are Kayla Carter and Emma Kelly.
The first award that I will be reading off for scholarship is the BHS Tri-M Music Honor Society, which is being sponsored by Jean and John Ravello Memorial Scholarship. These are 3 different scholarships, each $250, and the recipients are Michelle Chang, Nicole Fernandez, and Lily Spagnola. BHS Girls Swim Team is sponsored by the BHS Girls Swim Team Scholarship. These are 2 scholarships at $100 each. The recipients are Jasmine Anderson and Veronique Gleghorn. BHS Boys Swim Team, which is sponsored by the BHS Swim Team Scholarship. These are 4 scholarships at $200 each. The recipients are Austin Capuccio, Tyler Grant, Joshua Hulton, and Caden Jason. Student Government Association, sponsored by the BHS Student Government Scholarship. These are 4 scholarships at $250 each, and the recipients are Madeline Rusamano, Michael Irwin, McKenna Reiser, and Carolyn Sullivan. The BHS World Language Club is sponsored by the BHS World Language Club Service Scholarship. These are 5 scholarships each at $150. The recipients are Isabella Concepcion Sagarate, Syra Desai, McKenna Reiser, Carolyn Sullivan, and Brooke West. BHS World Language Club is sponsored by the Excellence in Foreign Language Scholarship in Spanish. These are 3 different scholarships at $200 each, and the recipients are Chelsea Packus, Carolyn Sullivan, and Stephen Yushimsky. The BHS Interact Club is sponsored by the BHS Interact Club Scholarship at 3 scholarships of $150 each, and the recipients are Faith Wolf, Jennifer Woodcock, and Brooklyn Schmalls. Congratulations, everyone.
Barnegat High School Interact Club is sponsoring 5 100 scholarships, and the recipients are Trevor Fox, Mackenzie Fazio, Caroline Sullivan, Emma Kelly, Priscilla Pidiak. Barnegat High School Softball is sponsoring 2 scholarships for $100 each, and they go to Priscilla Pidiak and Christina Galzinski. Barnegat High School Field Hockey is sponsoring 3 scholarships at $150 in remembrance of Coach Terry Stewart. And those recipients are Madeline Schleicher, Shannon Chivera, and Patricia Tinola. Barnegat Recreation Girls Basketball is sponsoring 1 $500 scholarship, and that goes to Shannon Chivera. And they are sponsoring another scholarship for $250, and that goes to Tori Stanish. The Barnegat High School Marching Band and Color Guard are sponsoring 8 $100 scholarships, and they go to Jamie Bigelow, Jacob Cook, Allison Dirienza, Irene Hickey, Erin Pisani, Laura Rodriguez, Alexa Smith, and Stephen Yashimsky. Rumble in the Jungle is sponsoring 2 scholarships for $250, and they go to Luke Bush and Tori Stanish. Rumble in the Jungle is also sponsoring 9 scholarships at $150, and they go to Madeline Schleicher, Lucas Torres, Logan Germano, Kayla Carter, Carly Houlihan, Rashidi Aline, Sierra Desai, Brooke West, and Faith Wolf. Barnegat National Honor Society is sponsoring 2 $250 scholarships, and they go to Priscilla Pidiak and Chelsea Patches. The girls volleyball is sponsoring 1 scholarship for $500, and that goes to Jelana Fitzmaurice. The Fishing Club is sponsoring 4 scholarships at $250 apiece, and they go to James Seagriff, Alexis Wells, Maxwell Goldman, and Michael Barreca. The Yearbook is sponsoring 10 scholarships at $250, and the recipients are Sean Lucas, Caitlin Thompson, Zanaya Harris, Carolyn Sullivan, Julie Johnson, Jennifer Serrano, Chelsea Patches, Jenna Roth, Isabella Concepcion Segret, and Brooklyn Schmalls. The yearbook also is sponsoring 2 $100 scholarships. The recipients are Christina Klasinski and Alexa McQuinn. Barnegat Bangle Buzz is also sponsoring $250 scholarship, and that goes to Jacob Esslinger. The Journalism Club has 1 scholarship and $250, and that goes to Logan Germano. The Thespian Club is sponsoring 3 scholarships at $300 apiece, and they go to Ethan Applegate, Phoenix Applegate, and Allison DiRienzo. And the Barnegat High School senior class of 2020 officers is sponsoring 4 scholarships at $250 apiece. They go to Sierra Desai, Chelsea Patches, Priscilla Pidiak, and Brooklyn Schmalls. Well, that concludes tonight's evening of our scholarship award ceremony. I want to thank everybody again, especially Mr. Peters, our guidance counselors, our secretarial staff, Cindy and Jen over there, as well as Ms. Purpury and Ms. Johns for everything that they have done, including our superintendent, all our administrators that participate tonight, and again, all the donors. This is like the Macy's Day Parade. We kind of celebrate today and enjoy tomorrow, and then we get back at work with it. Mr. Peters will be pounding the streets for more donors next year, so we get even more every year. Look for scholarship awards to be awarded and given out. Our guidance counselors have a fun surprise. They want to get out to you and see everybody, and not just virtually give you your scholarship, but in person give you your scholarship. So look for that in the near future. More details are coming from Ms. Johns and Ms. Purpury, and I want to thank everybody again for tonight, and be safe.